Hello, everybody. I want to take a few minutes to record this brief but very important message. I'm making this video in contribution to the It Gets Better project, which was started by Dan Savage and his boyfriend in America but husband in Canada, Terry Miller. They started this project in response to the tragic epidemic of suicide among LGBT teenagers. LGBT kids are 4 times more likely to attempt suicide than their straight peers, and 9 out of 10 LGBT teens have faced harassment or bullying in their schools. If you're not familiar with the It Gets Better project, you should find them on the web. You can go to their website, itgetsbetter.org. I'm making this video because I believe in the important work that the It Gets Better project is doing, the positive message that they're sending, and I'm making this video today because today is May 17th, which is the International Day Against Homophobia and Transphobia. My message is twofold. First, to LGBT teenagers who are having a difficult time, I want to say that it does get better. It certainly got much better for me. When I was a teenager, I did everything I could to deny and hide my gay identity. But in middle school, I was still called names like faggot and queer. As humiliating and painful as that experience was, the most humiliating and most painful homophobia that I experienced came from religion. I grew up very active in an evangelical Southern Baptist church where I was led to believe that homosexual behavior is a sin. I took my religion very seriously, and I believed that message that homosexuality is a sin. This created indescribable turmoil for me. I tried and I prayed for a very long time to become straight. I read the books, I went to a counselor, I signed up for Exodus International, I even went to a straight camp that used so-called reparative therapy to turn gay people straight. But eventually I realized that I couldn't become straight. And that was okay, because I didn't need to become straight. God wasn't going to make me straight, because He didn't want me to become straight. And eventually I realized that I didn't want to become straight. I went to college at the Baptist College of Florida, where I majored in biblical studies and spent a lot of time studying the Bible and studying how to study the Bible. I learned how to take Scripture back to its original language, its original context, and to find its original meaning. And one of the most important things I learned was that the Bible is not anti-gay. It's not a sin to be gay. God is not anti-gay. I assure you that this conservative religious idea that it's wrong to be gay is not biblical. It's merely a religious tradition that comes from a misinterpretation of the Bible. A couple years ago, I posted an essay in the notes section of my Facebook profile. It's titled "The Bible and Homosexuality." If you're my friend on Facebook, you should go read it. It's short, easy to read, but it clearly explains why the Bible is not anti-gay. My journey out of the closet and away from homophobia was a long, difficult, and at times even painful journey. But it was also very rewarding, and it led to a really great place. I've been able not only to accept my gay identity or to become comfortable with it, but even to celebrate it and to be proud of my identity as a gay man. So if you're a teenager having a difficulty with your LGBT identity, or especially if you're religious and experiencing conflict between your LGBT identity and your religion, I want you to know that it gets better. The second part of my message is to my straight family and friends, and especially to the many religious people in my life who have been led to believe, just like I was, that it's a sin to be gay. I assure you that such an idea is not biblical. It's merely a religious tradition that comes from a misinterpretation of the Bible. Read my note on Facebook, but don't just take my word for it. Google pro-gay theology and then go to the Bible and see for yourself that the Bible is not anti-gay. It's not a sin to be gay. This idea is merely a misinterpretation and a religious tradition, and it's a very harmful and very dangerous religious tradition. And you need to know that it's one of the biggest contributors to the homophobia that causes the bullying and harassment that LGBT teens face at their schools. Even worse, it leads to self-hatred among religious LGBT teenagers. Homophobia is causing too much damage and it's causing too much hurt. So I'm asking you to look inside yourself and look around you, in your home, at your workplace, among your family and friends, and in your church, and put an end to homophobia. The price is too high. It's a price that's being paid by LGBT teenagers who experience intense depression, face bullying at school, and all too often attempt and even succeed at taking their own lives. Don't contribute to this terrible problem. When you see it around you, speak up, call it out, and put an end to homophobia.